and this is Wonder Woman 84, which actually comes out as of this recording tomorrow. So happy holidays to you and yours. Christmas will be tomorrow. That's when the film should be coming out, and I look forward to seeing it. I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna see it tomorrow. I kind of wanted to go to the theaters to see it, but I don't know if anyone's gonna be open. But I'll see how that works out tomorrow. I'll see how I feel tomorrow. But with that being said, Wonder Woman 84, the reviews are in, and I've watched plenty just to get an idea of what's going on. I talked to one of my guys about it, and hopefully we'll get him to the show real soon. But he's even said that, you know, everything from the leaks and everything, it sounds like it's 100% everything that came out of those leaks, and so it seems it is. If you ask me, I've watched all reviews from every guy you could think of. I think I watched Mr. H to Jerry Jans to 3C. Shout out to them. Go watch those channels. Grace Rudolph. John Campia hasn't done one yet, nor Robert Meyer Burnett that I know of as of the 24th. But I've seen a few and a couple people that I wasn't the biggest familiar with, but I was familiar because, you know, I'm into the shit. And from what I gather, I don't think it's as good as I think I'll like it. Let's start off with that. I think I'm gonna like it regardless. I'm easily entertained, and I don't mind different variations. I don't think I'll like it in terms of being part of Zack Snyder's universe, which was, even though they get more, it's a little bit more, a tad more sci-fi, and, you know, they're getting real huge with the action sequences and things of that nature. His films were a lot more grounded and very character driven from a grounded level. Now, from what I'm hearing, there's not that much action in it. There's a lot more dialogue, which doesn't bother me. I don't mind a lot more dialogue. You know, I hear it's a whole lot lighter, which I could kind of tell that's where they were going to go with it, even though it still has that darker tone that in terms of cinematography, so it fits in the universe. But I like a lighter tone. I already knew that was going to happen. Remember, this movie was I think in production around the time that, or just about to go into production, right around the time with the whole shit with the Justice League cut, if you will, when that came out originally in late, I think 2016. So for me, I'm not surprised it's lighter. This is what you guys pardon me for saying, bitching about. Not my Batman. My Batman doesn't kill, even though he's killed in other movies. My Superman wouldn't let that happen. No, he wouldn't. You know, all right, fine. So they gave you your Christopher Reeve shit, because that's what I keep hearing people keep referring to. And I want to argue something. Let me segue a little bit, and I'll probably do a whole editorial about this, but I'm gonna touch on something. Everybody keeps saying that at least Superman 1 and 2 was some goofy shit. No, it wasn't. The bumbling goofball, if you will, was the character that he created in Clark Kent when he was in Metropolis. Clark Kent, when he goes home, is not like that. I remember the film. The film looked real to me. Well, I was real small though, but the film looked real to me. So when they was selling you on You'll Believe a Man Could Fly, it wasn't no yuck shit. They treated that film very seriously. There's a reason why they went out there and got the Godfather to go play whatchamacallit, Jor-El, a credible Academy Award winning actor, to play in just small scenes. And if I'm not mistaken, he got the lion's share of what all the actors in the movie got, the lion's share of the money, because he was already a made person. It wasn't to be no cookie cutter bullshit. That film was shot and filmed like a legit movie. It's when you go into 3 and 4, it gets a little bit more zany and cartoony. The first two films were serious and grounded. The only thing that they did was make Clark Kent a klutz. He wasn't like goofy per se. He was just a shy, stuttering klutz, if you will. And that was the only goof about him. Margot Kidder, if you will, she played her role straight up. So, other than when you look back, it looking a lot more dated, you can't really legitimately say 1 and 2 were just some goofy films. It really wasn't. That being said, like, because that you got to remember, Superman 1 and 2 was movies that adults watched. It wasn't until 3 and 4 it got to be like kiddish. So let's be clear. That being said, now they wanted to push it more towards the Chris Donner type of films in a classic sense, your classical hero, if you will. And is there anything wrong with that? It doesn't fit well with the continuity that was started. I'm not mad. I'm just invested in a Wonder Woman, a threatening Wonder Woman. You know, even though I do like her like I said, the first, to be honest, Wonder Woman 1 was more like Chris Donner's film than anything. It was set in during real world issues and complications, but she herself, her naivete, brought the film down to a family level. And then how it was scripted was very much in line with a Disney princess film. Very smart move. Even harking back to when he washed up on the beach and she was just over him looking just as gorgeous as Gal Gadot can. Yeah. So I think that I wasn't mad at that. That was a great blend of the world that Zack Snyder did and what Patty was adding to it. You know, on top of the house that she built on his foundation. But people forgot. After they removed Zack Snyder, shortly afterwards, what do you remember before they went into production? Patty Jenkins fired everybody that helped her out with the first movie. What does that mean? I told people on the low before. I'm not sure if I brought it to the channel, but I said this before. If you liked Wonder Woman as much as you guys said you felt you did because Zack Snyder was all this horrible, if you will, because Patty Jenkins give her the universe. This is what y'all was saying based on one fucking movie. Monster, which most motherfuckers was talking, did not see that she got the award for, and Wonder Woman 1. If you watch Wonder Woman 1, she had help. Zack Snyder was on set. I'm sure Zack Snyder helped to shoot the action so it could seem seamless with what they were doing. And also, for someone who's never handled a film like that before, you would need his parentage. And I'm not saying she was wrong for getting rid of all of them, but I think she got rid of all of them because she wanted it towel to the public, to the peanut gallery. And I think she tried to make a move that Jeff Johns was trying to do. And now that I found out that he had a lot to do with the writing of it, I don't know if she particularly fired them herself, or Jeff Johns gassed her to do it. But I'm sure she wanted to because she felt like I could do this myself. She got all this cachet off the first movie, and I think she was seduced just like Joss Whedon and Jeff Johns to want to level themselves up and basically take the franchise and be the Kevin Feige's of the universe. And I think that if she wasn't playing party, like helping to push this narrative, I do believe at the very least, she straddled both sides of the fence. I ain't mad if she did that because she need to keep her job, but she don't want to step on a person that brought her into the building. But I've never really heard her talk enough about it. But then when she said, I don't know where they're going to go with it. And I think that was a concern for her. I think she likes a lighter tone. If you ask me, I think that's what she was more interested in. I personally like what Zack Snyder did already. I haven't seen what she done, so that'll be open. I'll leave that open for debate. But at the end of the day, I do feel like people are neglecting the fact that she got rid of a lot of the people that helped build a house on the foundation that Zack Snyder did create, so she could create this new universe. And people forgot this was supposed to be a sort of reboot to the universe into a lighter tone. And it looks like this film won't fit very well, from what I understand, into the already pre-established universe. Furthermore, I'm glad to know, because I know what to expect. But I want to take this last little bit of time to discuss why I think that a lot of people are just soft shoeing it. Why I'm getting all of this from, because people seem to speak positive, but I don't like how they do it. See, when they talk of Zack Snyder movies, it's so easy to shit on him, so we just dog pile. Oh, he got them killing and shooting and all this extra shit, right? They're real extra about what Zack Snyder did. He's a murderer. No, he didn't just go around murdering people, but he killed in self-defense. That's what Batman was doing. He didn't care, but people forget his story. He's an older Batman. He wasn't always like that. They've established this a BVS. I don't feel like going into all of that right now. But what I'd rather get more into is the idea that everybody, I think people was people was always say giving Patty Jenkins the whole franchise. All right, fine. I think now, what a wise woman once said, everybody wants to be wrong and strong. And I think that's what happened. I think all the people that was over praising, and I don't want to feel like I'm knocking Wonder Woman. I really love that film. But everybody was putting it in the sky like it was the best movie ever. And it was like, all right, like, y'all, it didn't feel sincere, like you sincerely felt that way. It felt like it was in opposition to Zack Snyder because it was cool to hate Zack Snyder. Now it is not that cool. What are you starting to notice? It's a lot lighter in tone, not that much fighting. And even how people talk, they soft shoe it. So wait a second, lighter in tone, which you seem to not be interested in. It doesn't flow with the first movie, but okay. But you guys did say you love that movie, which has Zack Snyder's fingerprint all over it. But that's neither here nor there. And just aesthetic and tonality, you can see Zack Snyder had a lot to do with helping that film come to life. And the muted colors, that was his thing. So she made it more richer in color. The reds start to pop out more. And remember, like, everybody was like, oh, look at the suit, it's lighter, more colors, and you got everything you want. You got your colorful thing, you got your Christopher Reeves Wonder Woman, and now you're not really feeling it. And I could tell. I don't like it as much as the first one. You want to be wrong and strong. Y'all not going to shit on Patty Jenkins the way you shitted on Zack Snyder. You're not going to do that. And I find that fascinating. But needless to say, I'm not going to really, it's not that I want people to double down on Patty Jenkins. It's not that I want people to crap on what she's built, because she sat down and put a lot of effort and work into what she was doing to create this. So, like I said, again, I just feel like a lot of people are faking the funk. They're not being true to the game, being honest about how they really felt about it. I think over time, you're going to hear people throw that film underneath the bus with a lot more animation to it. And I'm not saying I'm looking forward to it. I just kind of see it because the fandom is kind of goofy in that kind of way, man. Like, I don't know, man. But not needless to say, I still look forward to it. That's my baby gal, and I'm going to go check Mama's out. I'm going to go check it out. I like what Patty Jenkins done before. I've always meant to go watch Monster. it seems like she has ideas moving forward, but she also seems to not really be sure what she's going to do moving forward, because we got to see how people receive it. And for all you know, if it's not received well, Warner Brothers might move on from Patty, or they might give Patty another crack at the whip. But we shall see. We already know that she's planning a Themyscira spinoff and a Wonder Woman 3. So until we see that and see those stories be told, yeah, like, listen to your reviewers, your trusted reviewers as always, but go check out the film for yourself and see what it's hitting for yourself.